Santiago, when Chilean President Michelle Bachelet leaves office in March, it will mark the end of a generation of women leaders in Latin America, leaving the region without a female head of state as it shifts to the right politically. At the start of this decade, women held the top jobs in Argentina, Brazil, Chile and Costa Rica, collectively representing about 40% of the population in a region better known for its machismo. But conservative Sebastián Piratra's victory in the second round of Chile's presidential election on Sunday drew that period to a close. Bachelet was the first of her female counterparts to rise to power in a leftist tide that swept South America during a commodities-fueled economic boom. She served as president from 2006 to 2010 before winning re-election in 2013. Together with Brazil's Dilma Rousseff and Argentina's Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Bachelet embodied the major strides made by women across a region that has passed laws deterring rampant violence against women and set quotas for political participation that have given Latin American women a bigger share of parliamentary seats than in Europe. But now some worry that progress on women's rights could stall. We're seeing a shift to conservative politics that is questioning the advances of the last 15 to 20 years, said Eugenia Pisa Lopez, who works on gender in Latin America for the United Nations Development Programme. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Conservative groups are targeting gender equality across the region, said Pisa Lopez. Protests over curriculums aimed at empowering girls to rise above traditional female duties have helped topple education ministers in Peru and Colombia. During campaigning in Chile, Piratra voiced concerns about the country's declining birth rate as he took aim at changes to abortion laws under Bachelet, who loosened a strict ban to make exemptions for rape, viable fetuses and the risk of death during labor. While there is no definitive study showing female leaders do more to advance women's well-being than men, Farida Jalal-Zai, a political scientist at Oklahoma State University, said her research on Latin America suggested that was the case. Dilma, for example, would take a policy that was already in existence and reframe it in ways that made it clear it was a women's issue, whether it was poverty or home ownership, Jalal-Zai said. Pisa Lopez said Kirchner, who ruled Argentina from 2007 to 2015, helped narrow the gender poverty gap with her generous spending on social programs aimed at women. Stella Zervoudicat, head of the European Union delegation in Chile, pointed to Bachelet's creation of a Ministry of Women, her programs to finance companies led by women and work for marriage equality. I am not sure this would have been as forceful without a woman leader, Zervoudicat said. She said Bachelet had pressed for a chapter on gender in an update to an EU trade agreement that called for progress on equal pay, fair maternity leave and better access to technology for women. Corruption scandals.